Hello everyone, my name is Yusuf Edwards and welcome to part 23 of the Abigail and Margaret Film School. Let us begin. So Parker and her husband, Ricky Mack, were laying in bed. She was about to wake up. She was about to get up from the bed to tell her husband the big news. So that's what she does. She wakes up her husband, Ricky, and she gets up from her bed as she's talking to him, saying, "Good morning. How was your sleep?" He says, "It was fine before you interrupted, but that's okay. I'm up now. I'm starting to get up. What's wrong?" And then she says, "Well, I'm going to have to do something very awesome. But I need to go somewhere to do it." "Where are you going?" he says. If you don't mind me asking. I don't want to be that kind of husband. You're not. Trust me, you're not. Um, you are, well, I am going to, you're not going to believe this, Washington, D.C. to visit our children who, to say hi and to meet the president. Hopefully if I can get there fast enough. Sorry, I'm wasting time. That wasn't supposed to be sarcastic, by the way. Oh, no. Okay, cool. What time are you supposed to be there? Well, I don't know. As quickly as possible, I presume. Okay. So you don't want any breakfast? I would probably eat breakfast on the airplane, and in the hotel room. So probably not. Okay, no problem. Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go with you? Well, we're all recording your album, so no. But yeah, but I can postpone it if you don't, if you don't want me to, if you want me to really go. They're all my children too, after all, and I want to see them as well. Well, as I hear it, the album is, of course, your record company want this album to be completed. If any song is not completed, that album will be shelved and you'll be gone for your record company at time. It's not going to go well for either of us if you go to Washington with me, wasting time and visiting our children. Yes. But if I remember correctly, as do you remember correctly, I was just sure. I do have a record, I do have a recording studio in Washington. So, but how many minutes is it from how long is it to walk or drive? Well, a couple of hours. Okay. Well, I do appreciate your willingness to be a father as always and a husband as always. I would much rather you not do that and jeopardize your, well, record contract. So, I would much rather you go to work on the album, and then when the kids come back, you can spend as much time as you want with them. But in the meantime, I would much rather you just go do the work, and then of course, uh, you know, and do your job that you love so much too. Okay. If you say so, I don't really want to, not see my kids. Like I said before, you don't have to worry about that. What you need to focus on is the album. The album is one of the most important things in the world right now. Well, not the most important, but one of the most important. You're talking about some deep stuff, and I feel like it is important for your career and for your best friend's record company as a whole. You have elected to become the first member of the roster of that company, and so you need to do the job that he wants you to do, and so yes, that is a good thing to do. Okay, no problem. I will stay, and when you come back, when the kids come back, we can spend time together. Yes, that's basically what I was saying. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for clarifying. You have to go, do you? Because you said that you needed it to be there as quickly as possible. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. You're welcome, honey. After that, she she gets out of her bed. She gets up further from her bed, and then she walks to the shower. Well, she walks to the bathroom to take a shower. After that, she goes into it. She then turns on the water, and she takes the shower. She then leaves the shower and begins putting her towel on. She then brushes her teeth, does her hair for a while, and then after that, she goes back into the bedroom after taking the towel off, and she goes to her closet and she gets dressed. She then says goodbye to her husband, and which she also says back, and they say I love you to each other, or their I love yous to each other. Then she leaves. After that, she goes into her car. She buckles up her seatbelt. She turns on the radio and she's gone from Sweet Town. She gets to the airport. She then tells the person Washington, D.C. Then after that, she goes on a plane, and for a couple hours, she takes a nap. Then after that nap, she realizes she's hungry, she, tells or asks the flight attendant, to make a long story short, gave her a breakfast burrito, or actually two, and she eats that for a little while. She eats the whole thing after a while, and then she goes back to sleep. And the next thing that she knows, she's in Washington. And she knows exactly what she needs to do. She gets off the plane, and to her delight, her children greet her at the airport. Well, and she catches up with them. She catches up with, of course, Tracy and her daughter, Susan. She says hi to them, and for the rest of the afternoon, she and the rest of her family are walking to Washington, taking a quick tour. They're looking around the state, and they are having a wonderful time doing it. After that, they go to the hotel room where Abigail and, of course, Margaret are waiting to meet, of course, to meet their mom. They walk to their room, and she introduces herself. She shakes both of their hands, and she says thank you. Abigail said, well, for what? For teaching my kids, for giving them this opportunity to be part of this new art form as movies are, and we appreciate it. Well, yeah, I want to thank you for allowing us to teach your kids. Those people, you have raised some wonderful people. And then she whispered to her wife, I got there eventually. They laughed. After that, they decided to eat lunch. So they leave the hotel room, and Abigail says, as they were leaving, I'm paying, if you don't mind. Oh, okay, Margaret said. After that, they go to a restaurant, and they eat lunch for a couple hours. Then after that, they say, well, Abigail said, I guess it's time to meet him. After that, they leave the restaurant, and they, of course, go to the Oval Office to meet the President of the United States. He's there, he's sitting down. They walk in with the permission of the Secret Service. Then, of course, she is fanning out because she has not met him before. And so she's freaking out. Of course, it has to take her daughter calming her down so she can contain herself, which is exactly what she does. So she extends her hand out towards him, and of course he shakes it. She's freaking out internally, thank goodness, and not externally, thank goodness. After that, they talk about the budget of the film school, and she is very proud of both of them, of both of her children. She's very proud. After that, she says to Tracy, I would love to have dinner with both of you. This seems like a very special time. Done, Tracy said. We would love to have dinner with you too, Mom. After that, they go back to the hotel rooms, to their hotel rooms, because, of course, the mom has a hotel room of her own. And, well, she goes to it to take a little nap. After that nap, it's time for dinner. They decided that they were going to do it solo and not invite Abigail or Margaret to the dinner. That it was just going to be the family and the family alone. So they go to the hotel. Well, they go to the restaurant together. They take their seats and they're talking for a while. The waiter, of course, asks for their order. They give it. And after all that talking, it is time to eat. After that, they are having a wonderful time, and then they decide to call it a night. So she says goodbye to her children, Susan and of course Tracy, and they leave. She goes back to her hotel room, and then she goes back to her hotel room. She sits on the bed or lays down on the bed with her jacket still on, and she calls her husband, Ricky Mack. He is no longer recording the album. After a couple hours of him recording the album, he is now eating dinner himself, and she calls him a very awesome time. She says, "You will not believe this, but it was amazing. Oh my gosh." And he says, "Wow, that seems to be fun. I know, it was great. So, what are you doing?" "Well, I have just came back from dinner, and now I'm going to sleep." Well, that is amazing. I wish I could be there. Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, I wish I could be there. But I think you're right. I think you were right. I know I was right. She says back. They laugh. And then after that, she says goodbye. And then first she says, "Well, I really want to finish my dinner, so I'll call you back tomorrow." "No problem. And I really want to go to bed, so I'll call you tomorrow as well." They kissed through the phone, and that was it. She takes off her coat. She goes to check if there's a shower. There is. She pulls her pants down. She takes her clothes off, and she goes in it. After that, she then goes to sleep naked. after she dries off, of course. And then after that, she goes to bed. She goes under the covers, and then she goes to sleep. To be continued. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, leave me a big thumbs up if you like that sort of thing. I am messing up my words. Leave a like, subscribe to my channel. Here I go again. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below telling me what do you like about the video or hate about the video. And I will see you wonderful people next time. Bye-bye for now.